Hey, Chuck here, Corner Store Card Collector, back with another video. Well, it's been about 2.5 weeks since I've been trying to get this video made, and I finally now got time to do it because I have stuff backing up pretty good. I do have a bunch of slabs I'm going to show at the end of the video, but I want to show up front a bunch of cards that I got from the card show I mentioned in a previous video. A couple weeks ago I went to a card show. Wasn't impressed by it, but it was nice to have a small little venue that came through the small town in northeast Texas. And I will say though, over half of the booths were Pokemon or some sort of gaming. A lot of modern, ultra modern, not much vintage doll, and not many slabs. But overall, it was a good experience. I mean, there's a lot of good raw stuff to go through. Next time I go, I think it's a monthly thing or a bi-monthly thing where this show is stood up. And I did see a lot of vintage, not a lot, but a good amount of vintage football that can help fill my 60s sets that I have. The cards are missing, so I benefit for that. But I did pick up a bunch of stuff, so let me just go ahead and turn the camera around and I'll show you what I did get. All right, let's go ahead and turn this around. All right, so I was mentioning this card show that I went to a couple of weeks ago. There were a lot of good things to pick through, and I did pick up a bunch of stuff, and I did break it up into the lot that I thought, whichever table I was at or whatever that I bought from. So the first one was this deal that I got right here. I got this 1988 pack, Topps football with the Bo Jackson rookie in it, and a couple of Josh Allen cards. Insert card. I think this is a base, score base. I don't know, paid probably $7 for it. I know the packs were going for about $12 to $15 a pack, and I got that pack for I think $4, and then the other two cards were like dollar cards. Also got some newer stuff here, ultra modern. I had to get me a Aaron Rodgers and a Steelers jersey, so I don't got that one. Purdy, John Hanna, Hall of Famer in the Topps Chrome. Burrow, Elway, Purdy again, and then a Thurman Thomas. So picked up those. Now these are, next group is a bunch of inserts from the 90s, early 2000s. I was picking through some value boxes, and the more you bought, the better the deal was. So I picked up a bunch of stuff. All right, I got a bunch of Emmett Smiths, Moss, Marino, Smith, McNabb, Drew Bledsoe, Elway, J.J. McCarthy, rookie, Willie Stargell. I think that's 81. I can't see, my eyes are bad. I think it's 81 though. Refractor here. Frank Thomas, Eric Dickerson, Emmett Smith, medallion, Jonathan Taylor, Portis rookie, Urlacher rookie, Peppers rookie, Marshall Falk rookie, Clinton Portis another rookie, Urlacher rookie, Marino insert, Smith insert. Got a little bit more of that. Another Marino insert, Smith insert. Looks like a Aikman insert, Brunell insert, Warner insert. Another Sanders, Larry Zonka. Only game. Emmett Smith, Thurman Thomas, Gold Medallion, Latamian Damilson, Edwin James, rookie, just a bunch of stuff. Randy Moss, second year, finest. This stuff right here was pretty cool that I saw. Got 3 packs of them. They were $5 a pack, and he had, I think, all baseball, mainly baseball and football. There was some basketball team sets. There are 5 cards. It looks like there's a early year Josh Allen and a James Cook rookie on 2 of the packs. And then, maybe it was this one. Yeah, this one. And this one's got another James Cook on it. So 3 packs, they were $5 a piece. My wife opened up one to look at it, so I'll go for this one that she opened. And there were just a bunch of cards in here. Let's flip that around. This one, Ray Davis, Coleman, and Dorian Williams. So I got that. Pretty cool for my Bill stuff. Then I got a whole bunch of other Bill stuff. So we go through this right quick. Coleman rookie, jersey stuff. Just a whole bunch of TJ Sanders rookie. He was our first, well, I guess he was a 2nd round draft pick. Anyway, but we picked up, there's Cook, Coleman, yeah, just a bunch of random Buffalo Bill stuff. All pretty much base. There might be a couple low-end inserts in here. Yeah, just a bunch of Bill stuff. Got a bunch of vintage baseball and some hockey. So I got these Bills cards to go in my 79-80 Topps hockey set. Got me a 62 to go, 62 to go in my set there. Got a bunch of these 54 commons. They're all in pretty good shape. I mean, I'm not looking for, PSA 8s and 9s and stuff, but these are good to go in my set. So it was nice to pick these up. I only, paid a few bucks for those. Wasn't that bad at all. Okay, now next stack I got is going to be all the slabs that I picked up over the last couple of weeks. In one of the packs I got, or one of the slabs I bought, they threw in a bunch of the newer stuff on the cards, and here we go with the cards. All right, first one, and this stuff is all random, and these are all basically, I was focusing on just filling some gaps in my sets. You got me a 59 McColl set filler. This is a nice one right here. I got a Jack Kemp rookie and a PSA 7. Nice card, very well centered. Yeah, the back looks not too bad either. But yeah, the front looks pretty good. Maybe that top to bottom a little bit off, but really nice looking card for a PSA 7. Got a 67 Topps Keith Lincoln and a PSA 8. Bills card going into the Bills PC. Nice Hall of Famer. Got a couple of cards to fill a couple of gaps in this set right here. Lance Allworth in the PSA 8. And then Gene Washington in a PSA 9. Man, I'm tongue-tied tonight. Woof. Got some 1970s. PSA 8. George Seals. PSA 8. Dave Costa. PSA 8. Nice Bills card. PSA 8. Wayne Patrick. PSA 8, John Didion. 73 Topps. 74 Topps PSA 8, Ryan Slater. 75, Pat Curran, PSA 8. Oops. That's a pretty nice action photo right there. Really nice. 75 Topps Rufus Mays, PSA 8. 75 Topps Dwight Harrison, PSA 8. And the final card is going to be the 76 Topps John Ward in a PSA 8. All right, yeah, so I've got a bunch of stuff over the last couple of weeks. Didn't really pay a lot, especially on the slabs, because those slabs, I mean, they were old decal on it and whatnot. So I was picking those slabs up for $9 to $13. Not so much the Jack Kemp rookie or the Lance Allworth, but all the other commons that were in there. I mean, I didn't even pay what they cost to grade them. So I did really well on that. I was pretty happy, and I was very pleased with a couple of the value boxes I went through at the card show I was at. And I plan on going back the next time it's here, because there's a lot more stuff, and I'm sure these guys don't turn their stuff around that often. Probably takes them a lot longer to turn it around, so you'll see it again, probably a couple of shows in a row, maybe a third show in a row before it starts to move. So there's a lot more stuff that I wanted to get. I just, kind of ran out of money, so I know how to plan better the next time. Anyways, with that being said, if you like any of the cards, give me a like in the comment. If you like the video, give me a like. Yeah, if you liked anything, just shoot me a message and I'll respond to it. All right, guys, I hope you liked the video. We'll talk to you on the next video. All right, bye.